Alrighty, guys. Welcome to another bonus episode of the podcast. We are joined here with Mr. Jason from Ingested for our first interview. How you doing, sir?
I'm all good, mate. How are you doing?
Fucking A, well, fantastic. Got a hell of a lineup tonight. I'm excited to see this place fucking get torn down by
I hope so, man.
what's to
Should
come.
He's gonna help for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're gonna be in that pit?
Oh yeah,
I'll be looking for you.
I always pit. I guess the best way to start this off is for me to fanboy a little bit. I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and one thing that I've always loved is y'all mix like slam, brutal death, and deathcore. Like most of my death metal itches get scratched listening to it. You know what I mean? But it's like depending on which album you pick is depending on which itch is gonna get scratched.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that you guys seem to keep evolving the sound as you go.
Well, this is the thing. Like the way we look at it is, once you've done an album, that's done. Like so, there's no point retreading old ground.
Yeah.
So like all of our albums have, in my opinion anyway, have had like a consistent organic evolution. So if you listen to our first album, which is what we're playing in full tonight,
right.
Obviously that's like super brutal, super aggressive, like mega fast stuff. And then with the Surreption, we tried some different elements, like we threw in a bit more sort of like hardcore sort of stuff, a little bit more melody. Then after that, we did the Revered by No One, Feared by All EP, which I think was like a massive turning point in our sound. Like we kind of got like a foothold in where and who we wanted to be, and then we expanded on that in the Architect of Extinction, which again is like super aggressive, super gnarly, like death metal album. And then we brought out The Level Above Human, which I think is the point where we really came into our own as songwriters, rather than just being like super heavy, super aggressive, super brutal stuff. Like there was actual proper song structure in there, there was proper melody, there was new elements. Then we brought out Call of the Void EP last year, when we started experimenting with more like atmospheric stuff, like darker melodies thrown in.
That's a great EP, by the way.
Thank you, man.
I fucking love that EP. And y'all had the real like calm, chill song too. What was it? The
Eternal Kingdoms Part 1 and
Eternal
2.
Kingdoms Part 2, right? I've listened to that thing on repeat because it's so cool to hear, to come so far from fucking,
Skimmed and
fucked to this. It's pretty cool,
Well, this is the thing.
To
It's
hear
like
how versatile you guys
we
are.
listen to such a vast, like, spread of musical styles. So it's only natural that you get influenced by what you're listening to. So we don't just put ourselves in the death metal box. We put ourselves in a extreme metal box. So it's not just death metal, it's not just black metal, it's all types of extreme metal.
Yeah.
All thrown in like into this melting pot, and then what comes out is it's the best soup that you'll ever have. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you kind of go like whatever's like scratching your fucking fancy at the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm really into this right now. Like somebody brings it to the table. Like, hey man, I fucking wrote this riff. That's like this. Well, it's not like anything we've ever done before, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Like it sounds good.
Yeah, well that's
so
the thing. It's not like we don't want to, like I said before, we don't want to ever put ourselves in a box. So like it could be anything, but if it's good, then we're gonna roll with it, like regardless of what it is. So it could be like you were saying before about Eternal Kingdoms part 1 and 2. It's like that's so melodic and so dark, but so beautiful at the same time, and it's stuff that we've experimented with before. Like on Architect of Extinction, there's an instrumental called Penance, and that was the groundwork for where we've ended up taking that EP and the album that's going to come out this year. And then we had the slow song on Level Above Human, which was Last Rites, which is very slow, dark, and melodic.
I was listening to that album like right before we were doing this, and that like stopped me. Like I'm a software developer, so I'm at my computer all the time, and that literally I stopped working, and like as soon as I fucking hit that first part, I was like, holy shit, like yeah, everything was real heavy and real fucking great before this. I was headbanging, fucking, you know, just going along it. But whenever something can stop me from what I'm doing, like just full stop, my full attention is now on the music. That means something special to me. And I listen to music all day, every day. So it's like, that was fucking just a moment for me that I had to just like sit there and listen and take it all in.
Thank you. Well, that's the reaction that we're looking for. We want to stop people in the tracks, and whether that's with something incredibly brutal and heavy and fast, or something really slow and melodic and beautiful. Like either way, like it doesn't matter what it is, but as long as it fucking makes people stop and go, holy shit, what the fuck is that? Like that's the fucking reaction that we're looking for.
Yeah, to me, y'all seem to be getting that reaction more and more, because no offense, but I think, and I'm sure you'd agree, that I think the level above human is the best thing y'all have done, and that y'all keep getting better and better. And it's just great to see that, you know, because not every band is like that, you know. Not every band is like their newest stuff is their best, you know. Yeah. Sometimes you like their older stuff better.
I feel like the problem in our scene at the moment is that bands are putting out the same album over and over again, and it's boring. It's really boring. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't see the point in that, because it's like I said before, you're just retreading old ground. Like, you've already done that. Why are you doing it again? You've done it. Like,
I feel like maybe 1 out of every 10 of the, you know, brutal death, similar to you guys type albums I hear, is actually something that I'll ever listen to again.
Yeah.
There's just so much that is just not that good.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fact that you guys stand out is really something.
Thank you.
You know?
Well, that's what we want. Is we want to stand out. We want people's attention. Like I said before, it doesn't matter how we get it musically. Like that's why we like to cast a wide net when we're writing these songs, because it's you know what I mean. We're musical artists, so it's like like we were saying before, if it's good, it's going on the album. Like so.
And speaking of similar type bands to you guys, what was the last album that you heard, like new stuff, where you went, that's similar to you guys, where you went, damn, the next time we put something out, it's got to be like that good? You know, who's pushing you guys to be even better right now in the scene?
I mean, for me, it's like I look at bands like Behemoth and I see what they're doing, and I'm like, but it's not just the musical aspect of it, it's the everything. Yeah. It's the image, it's the way that they hold themselves, it's the way that they act and they behave, and like their stage show's insane. That's the shit. Like, but if you look at their last album, it's like, it's not just one thing over and over again. It's going up and down and up and down, side to side, and like they're covering all bases, like within that extreme metal like genre, and they're throwing shit in that isn't extreme metal as well. Like, so for me at the moment, like Behemoth are the band to fucking look up to, and it's not like, I don't mean that like we're gonna that we want to do music like Behemoth, because I don't mean that at all. Right. Like, we want to do music like Ingested. I feel like you said before, within our scene we stand out, I feel, anyway, because we're not doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. We're not doing tunnel throat vocals for like 4 minutes constantly, like, and then like fucking doing fucking one note, like 0-0-1 fucking staccato beat downs, like, because that's what everyone's doing. Yeah,
there's plenty of that.
Literally everyone's doing that. I don't want to do that shit. I want to do shit that people aren't doing. That's what I want.
And you can definitely mention that we just covered Behemoth.
Oh yeah, we did.
Really?
But yeah, on that was the last episode, right? Yeah. We so part of the show is like taking a whole band discography, and every other episode we'll do a whole like a ranking, like favorite to least favorite albums.
Tier list.
And Behemoth was the last album, or the last artist that we did on that. So you like the new album from him?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not gonna lie, neither of us are huge fans.
I didn't like it as much as the Satanist.
Yeah. Oh well, that.
I mean, yeah,
Satanist, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
just got voted best album of the decade. Satanist.
For
Yeah.
Metal Sucks.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
a
I think
lot
it
of
was
for a
either-
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
lists that I
massively,
saw.
like, yeah, it was quite a few.
So many
And
lists I
fair
saw.
enough. Fair enough. Like,
Yeah.
look at them now. They're on tour with fucking Slipknot. And that's definitely,
Yeah.
that's not just off the back of their latest album. That's off the back of them fucking having an incredible work ethic, fucking constantly fucking going on tour, like just always putting in the fucking legwork. And that's another thing that makes me admire that band. And that's why we work as hard as we do. We're constantly on the road. We're always writing music, like, because we're like 4 guys from a fucking working class background. We've never been born with a fucking spoon in our mouths or anything. Everything we've got, we've earned it. And we deserve it, like, because we've worked fucking hard for it. We've never been given any breaks. We've never been given any hype. We've never been a hype band. Do you know what I mean? It's like everything we've got over these past 14 years is through fucking hard work and attrition and never taking no for an answer. If someone says, no, you can't do that, you're not good enough, we'll go, no, fuck you. I'm going to prove to you why you're wrong.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to laugh.
That's the kind of work ethic that gets you to this place,
Yeah.
you know, because y'all definitely don't tailor your music for, you know, giant, wide range of
Exactly. You
audiences.
just do what's
you know,
natural.
you keep the brutality, and I think that's great. And something you were, you know, talking about earlier to segue into this, I didn't know until the other day of seeing this. You guys are the same motherfucker since
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah.
Even 3 of you came from a previous band,
Yeah.
Day of Suffering, right?
Age of Suffering, yeah.
Oh, Age of Suffering, yeah.
I mean, we've lost.
That's insane.
We've lost our bassist, Brad. He's not in the band anymore.
Oh, okay.
Just because our touring schedule now is constant. We're like on tour for like fucking at
Yeah.
least 200 days a year. So it's like, for him, he that lifestyle just wasn't for him. So we were
Yeah,
like, okay,
that's
that's
rough.
fair enough. Like, there was no bad blood. It wasn't a falling out or anything. That's why we've not fucking made a big deal about it online or anything, because we're like, what's the fucking point? There's no drama, there's no like, and we're not about that shit. We don't want fucking whatever fucking lamb goat or whatever going, no, they've lost a member and all that shit, like, because we don't care about that shit. It's not important. It's not important. Obviously it's important to us, like, he's one of our best friends and he's chosen not to be in the band anymore, but I mean, as far as like the actual band and music's concerned, it doesn't matter. So we're not gonna, like, the music is always going to be the most important thing.
For sure.
So, yeah, we're not getting a new bassist though, because why? Like, at this point, what's the point? Like you said, we're all original members. So to bring someone new in now, 14 years down the line,
It's hard, man.
what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no point. Plus, there's more room on stage and more room in the band. So,
There you go. That's an upside right there.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, despite being, you know, basically for the most part the same band for so
Yeah.
long, you guys have worked with a lot of different people, including Mr. Frank Mullen,
Yes.
the fucking legend.
Yeah, man.
How did
On the
that
last
go, man?
one. Is that the last thing he ever
We
recorded?
think so, yeah. I mean, I don't know whether he's done anything since, like, but as far as we're aware, that's the last thing that he's recorded.
How
So,
legendary would that be for you guys to be like, yeah, the last thing Frank ever did is on our fucking album.
Yeah, it's pretty
And it's
fucking
such
sick,
a good
isn't
guest spot too. He kills it
Yeah.
on Sovereign.
It's amazing, man.
He's
Like,
just as brutal as ever, man. Oh, it's so cool. What was it like working with him? Were you actually like in the studio with him?
We didn't get to see him
Yeah.
or anything.
We
But our friend Kev Muller, who actually replaced Frank in Suffocation for a little while before they got Ricky Myers,
Yeah.
like full time. He actually hooked us up with the guest spot for Frank, and he recorded it, like, and then sent it over to us, and we were just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Technology nowadays.
Yeah.
You can be halfway across the world and record that shit.
Yeah, so we never actually got to like properly meet him or anything, but yeah, it was.
You get to drop
it
that
was
track
amazing,
in
like.
fucking Pro Tools and be
Yeah,
like,
we had to put it at first as the opener as well. We were like, mate, if we're gonna open this, we're opening it big. Like,
Yeah.
so.
for sure.
Why, and I don't ask this as a bad thing, but what was the idea behind ending the newest album on an instrumental?
I think like because the album is like such a intense journey, like to close it out with like a big melodic epic instrumental it's like the calm after the storm.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, it's sort of, and plus it's, if you think about it, if you listen to that album in its entirety and then put on Call of the Void, it's kind of like a precursor to what's to come.
Fair. I always try to get this point across. We go back and forth on this. Is I like calm endings to like really intense things, because it's like when you're watching a movie, like you don't end on the climax of the movie. You have to keep kind of going and give your audience some relief. Yeah. A little bit, because
like an epilogue, isn't it?
Yeah, like because you've just fucking destroyed them, or God knows what. You know, it's like you can't just end on the climax, because then you're like, well, what happened now?
Yeah, what happens next?
So
you have to end it properly.
I definitely appreciate that kind of ending, like very, very much, because it's like you're just bathing in the beauty of like everything that just happened. You're just like,
yeah, it gives you a time to reflect as well on what you've just listened to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let it all sink in.
Yeah, it was a great closer. I thought it was a good way to end the album. And we were speaking earlier of singers stepping in.
Yeah.
This will actually be the first time, because I've seen Ingested a few times, but never you.
Yeah.
Jason Kaiser. It's Kaiser's his last name, right? Yeah, from Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense to you, but he did a good job with your songs.
Yeah,
he was
really good.
Hell of a singer, you know.
also really good work ethic on that guy.
Yeah. He's a road dog, mate. He's always on tour.
Yeah. It was great to see you guys. And I guess this question was prepared for, you know, if literally anyone else but you was here. I was going to ask what it was like touring with him, but
well, I've toured with him when he's in Origin.
Okay. So let's go with that. So what was that like? Cuz you know, Origin's great.
He's awesome, man. Like he's like you said, he's a road dog, man. He's got incredible work ethic. Man's always on tour. He's an insane vocalist. Like I based a lot of my style and how I do my vocals on his performance on Skinless's Trample the Weak, Hurdle the Dead.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Did you know that, Neil? That he's on that album?
Absolutely amazing album.
Because his brother's in Skinless.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
I think he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that album, like when that came out, I was like, holy fucking shit. And then so I've based a lot of my style on that, and obviously to have him fill in for me, it's like one Jason in, one Jason out, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
We're all equal still,
right?
We're all Jasons around here.
He did a good job, but I'm excited to see the real thing.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously.
Man, one time I was in the parking lot of a venue, and actually I was just talking about this because you guys are gonna play Tomcats tomorrow or whatever. It's a dive. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I don't know whether I've been there, but
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dive. I love it to death. And Rip Dusty, the guy that used to own it, died of cancer not that long ago.
Shit.
And he's got a really band called fuck. It's something ridiculous. They have like a really interesting thematic, like they have a German mad scientist like trying to come and like fucking fuck over their show. They battle him the whole thing.
Amazing.
Anyways, where was I going with this?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me, man.
Fucking A. Oh yeah. I was sitting there in the fucking parking lot of the Rail Club, which is like right across the street from Tomcats. Like we're like drinking and smoking, and this guy comes up, and we're like, "Oh, here you go, man. Fucking have a fucking drink, and take a hit." And it was fucking Jason.
Kaiser.
I was like, "Oh, we're here to see Origin tonight." That was the vocalist of Origin. But I was just fucking ambivalent to the whole fucking thing. I was just having a good time. But that was my first time meeting that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Like every time I've seen Origin here and also Ingested, he was just hanging out, drinking, shooting the shit with people. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool as fuck.
So, you guys are, I don't know how much you're promoting Erotic Depravity right now. Are you going to play it tonight?
Not tonight, no.
Not tonight?
We're literally just doing the album.
But it was an Age of Suffering song.
No,
right?
no, it wasn't. It was an Ingested song, but it was one of the first 4 songs that we ever wrote. And we put them on the Northwest Slam Fest split EP with Castrated and Crepitation, which was the first thing we ever released. And there was 4 songs on it. There was Butchered and Devoured, Capremesis, Anal Evisceration, and Erotic Depravity.
So, why the choice to bring it back now so much
because
later?
we were like, right, okay, so it's 10 years. We're going to do the 10-year anniversary tour. We're going to do it in Europe. We're going to do it in Eastern Europe and Russia, and we're going to do it in America. So we're going to release the 10-year anniversary edition of the album. So let's re-record a really old song. And the only choice, because Capremesis and Anal Evisceration are already on that album anyway.
Yeah.
It was between Butchered and Devoured and Erotic Depravity, and we were like, Erotic Depravity is well better. So we were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just re-record it and bang it on as a bonus track. And then it's just something extra for the people, because we put it on Call of the Void as a hidden track. So it's not like,
is it
you
on
get
there?
the CD. Yeah,
I've got the CD, but I don't think I've even popped it into a player yet. So.
It's on there, but it's not. There's like a couple of tracks of silence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like back in the day, like back in the day, in like the early 2000s and late 90s, when like you put your CD on and then like it'd be a Korn CD or a Slipknot CD, and then you just leave the CD in, and then there'd be loads of silence, and then all of a sudden there'd be some fucking hidden bonus track.
Yeah.
We were like, let's fucking bring that shit back. Nobody does that shit anymore.
Dope.
So we did that on Call of the Void, and then we were like, well, we're gonna put it on the re-release of the album anyway, but we'll just bang it on air and see if anyone fucking notices it. Like,
well, I'm glad
you didn't. So yeah, but yeah, it's on there. Like, and then so we put it on there as a hidden track, and then we stuck it on the re-release of the album as an actual bonus track.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go. I mean, that's
bringing me back, dude.
Yeah, man.
All those days.
It's a good song. So I'm.
Did one on so Maynard's dick.
Well, fuck yeah, man. We were talking earlier about Mr. Kaiser filling in for you.
Yeah.
What's the story there? It's like
I've got kids.
Oh, okay.
I've got 2 kids.
You're family man.
Yeah, man. Death metal dad. So.
Just hard to come to the States or what? How much did he fill in for you?
It was just he filled in for 1 tour over here, and 1 tour in Europe. So yeah.
Okay.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Yeah, man. Kids got to come first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
well,
yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. Like.
Death metal dad's like the best dad ever.
Well, shit, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Is anything you want to shout out or?
Yeah. So we've got a brand new album coming out in the summer.
I saw the Instagram post today.
And it is literally the best thing that we've ever done. I know loads of bands always say that, but this is like legit. Like,
but in this case, I believe it
Yeah.
because the prior material is telling me that is true.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's basically all the best bits of Ingested, like from over the years, all put together with loads of new elements. Like, if you like extreme metal in general, you will find something on this album that you love. That's literally it. And if you think you like extreme metal and you don't find anything on this album that you like, then you don't like extreme metal.
Well, then you're wrong.
You have bad taste.
Then you just have terrible taste. Like, but yeah, seriously though, like all jokes aside, it's we've, as a whole, we've never been so proud of an album as we are with this. Like it's massive, mate. Like it's amazing.
Have you announced when it's dropping? Do we know that yet?
It'll be around June, I think, sometime like that, like summertime. There's no definitive date yet, but it'll be around summer.
Yeah, I know that's up to the label. It's
Yeah.
not entirely up to you guys. I'm assuming there's more guests on this because, like,
Oh,
through
yeah.
the whole discography, you guys have been
there
having
is.
guests on every album. So
And these guests are not what you would expect at all.
I can't.
We've done all the death metal guests, like we've done all that shit, like, and at the moment it's all like all the vocalists in death metal that you'd want to have as a guest vocal have already done so many guests on everybody else's albums, and we're not about copying people. Like, we're not about that shit. We want to carve our own path. So yeah, we've done something totally different. Totally fucking different.
Hey, Benighted just had who the fuck did Benighted just had somebody fucking from Hatebreed.
Oh, really? Jamie Jester?
Yeah, from on their new song. It's the single that's out right now.
Sick.
Brutus. Or he's on one of the songs
Yeah.
in their new album. Either way, yeah, he's on their new stuff, and you know, Benighted. That's a little
There you go.
little change from their sound. So
But that's good though. That's what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Getting outside the box
Fuck yeah.
that you're in.
That's
the
tickles
best
my
way.
fancy, man. That's what gets my ear. Like to have like the same sound like throughout a whole album, and like I get fatigued.
Yeah,
So to
same.
have like peaks and valleys and take you through a journey.
That's it, exactly. Like for me, it's like when I'm listening to an album, I want to be able to listen to it from start to finish, and I want to enjoy the entire journey. But if it's just one straight road from A to Z, what's the fucking point?
You've heard one song.
You've heard one song, you've heard the whole album, like, and we're not about that. It's like going back to what we were saying before. Yeah. I want people to stop and go, "What the fuck?" Like,
sounds
that's
about
the
to
shit.
do it.
So
about to do it on a whole new fucking level.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm excited. Shit, I'm even hyped for this shit now.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we'll be talking about it on the podcast
for
when
sure.
it comes out. But
We're, as soon as it like, we do twice a month, so in June or July or whenever it fucking drops, you know it's gonna be on there.
Amazing.
You'll make sure it's on there.
I'll definitely be talking about it. I'll be covering it. So.
Well, all right, man.
Fuck yeah. Hey, dude, we super appreciate you
no worries,
giving us
man.
your time.
Thank you very much.
Talking to everybody. The what is that? The 5th album by you guys coming out soon.
Would it be 5th? Shit, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's
the 5th one. The 5th.
Yeah, and then there's been like 3 EPs as well.
And
like,
there's EPs, plenty of material. The 5th Ingested album coming this summer sometime. So keep on the lookout for that, guys. Jason, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys.